everybody, and welcome back to another thrilling, exciting, fantastic, amazing episode of Concordia on Air. My name is Maya.
And I'm Desi.
And on tonight's show...
I'm Brendan, and in news, we have pandas on the move.
And in sports, men's basketball is undefeated.
And in arts and entertainment, a discussion about this year's Spotify Wrapped results.
All that and more tonight on Concordia on Air.
On Air. It'd be really cool if we could say it like in unison with each other. Like,
oh yeah,
one,
we
two,
should
three.
practice.
Concordia on Air. Woo!
That was good.
That was really
good.
That was actually like really tight. We should do that every week.
Yeah.
Anyways, we are back here in the studio after a lovely couple days off for Thanksgiving break.
Yeah.
First of all, after talking to quite a few of my friends who I saw at home, I realized how blessed we are as cobbers to have so many breaks.
I agree.
I think that's something that cobbers take for granted, and I think it's something we need to keep talking about, the fact that Concordia gives us so many breaks.
They do.
So many breaks, and they fall exactly when you need them too. It feels like I'm like, this is the perfect.
Yes.
This is exactly when I would need a break. So shout out Concordia. What did you do for Thanksgiving?
What did I do? I went Black Friday shopping.
Ooh, how was that? Where'd you go?
Oh, terrible.
I
came to Fargo.
Oh.
And we stood in line at L&M for 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Terrible.
For what? What was your end goal for this shopping? And did you?
Christmas presents.
Okay.
I can't say what we bought at L&M because it was a Christmas present.
Secret. It's a secret. Well, that sounds like lots of fun.
What'd you do?
Oh, I got home and I ate some food. We had some good Thanksgiving stuff this year. I didn't help cook this year. Usually I help cook, but I was feeling a little lazy and didn't want to come home the night before. So my mom and my sisters made a beautiful spread with some delicious stuff. And then we went and saw the new Hunger Games movie, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it.
And
I am somebody who considers himself like a professional Hunger Games fan. For those of you, none of you guys knew me when I was 12, but if you would have agreed with me. I had a Hunger Games themed birthday party. I made a Hunger Games movie. I was like, I'm gonna name my kid Katniss when I grow up. I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. Maybe a different character, but anyways, as somebody who grew up on the Hunger Games and is the way they are because of that series, I was really, really happy.
It did not disappoint.
No, have you seen it yet?
Oh
I did. My gosh.
It was so good.
It was so good.
I loved it.
I really liked it. Oh my goodness. And being able to, I don't know, I just love world building, and I love getting to see, like, I don't know, the intricacies of this world that they live in that I feel like we haven't gotten to see in the other movies. So
I agree.
I loved it.
Yeah, I like the history component
it's so cool.
too.
And also noticing that a lot of the things are just like a little too on the nose and too real for things that are going on today. I think it was a really, really timely release. So anyways, love that movie. I'm reading the book now.
Oh,
which
are
is
you?
Pretty good. But anyways, it was a very, very good Thanksgiving.
I agree.
And like we said, Concordia gives out a bunch of breaks, so we got another one coming up here soon. We just got a couple more weeks. It is finals season. And you guys have got this. I believe in you. I mean, if I've made it to my 5th year of finals, you guys, you got this. Just stay tuned to the rest of the show, because we will be having a segment with some tips for how to sort of curb that final stress and how to
relax.
really slay the day in your finals. Anyways, well, we've got a great show for you tonight. We're going to hand it over to Brendan and Noah with news and sports. So take it away, Brendan.
The Concordia Choir and Orchestra are busy preparing for the annual Christmas concert. The 97th annual Concordia Christmas Concert, Rejoice and Sing, is happening this weekend at Concordia College. There are 4 chances to see the concert in Moorhead: Friday, December 1st at 7:30, Saturday, December 2nd at 2 p.m. and 7:30 p.m., and again on Sunday, December 3rd at 2 p.m. The concert will take place in Memorial Auditorium. There will be 2 additional opportunities to see the concert in Minneapolis at Orchestra Hall on Thursday, December 7th at 6 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. Hurry and get your tickets to experience the wonderful music and enjoy the holiday experience. Tickets can be purchased at concordiachristmas.com. Students and faculty get free tickets.
Next up, the Phillips Scholars Opportunity. Students received an email on Monday the 27th about a new opportunity to win scholarships while helping out the community. The Phillips Scholarship is an opportunity to create and test innovative ideas that address community problems by running their own summer program. Concordia can send 3 students for the consideration at a statewide level. Phillips scholars will receive a $5,000 scholarship for the 2023-24 academic year, $4,000 for executing community projects of their own design, and a $500 budget for their project. If any students would like to apply, they must fill out the Concordia's Phillips application by 5 p.m. on December 15th. For anyone interested, there will be an interest meeting on December 1st at 10:30 a.m.
Fargo police investigate a hit-and-run crash. A driver had left their car in the yard of a home early this morning after crashing through a fence. The driver was on University Drive before 1 a.m. when they drove off the road and crashed into a fence of a home on 12th Street South in Fargo. The crash did damage to the car, and the home was not damaged, but there were no injuries according to the city of Fargo.
A panda exodus. The National Zoo in Washington, D.C. has said goodbye to their beloved pandas. The 2 adult pandas, Mei Shang and Tian Tian, and their 3-year-old cub, Xiaoxi Qi, were put on a plane called the Panda Express to be brought to China, where they will join about 150 other pandas. The pandas are going to China due to panda diplomacy. The U.S.-China tensions have been rising for years, and there is some speculation that China is asking for the return of the pandas. The U.S. received the pandas back in 1972 when First Lady Patricia Nixon mentioned her fondness for pandas. The panda presence in Washington was a symbol of ties between the United States and China. The pandas were given a police escort along with waving bystanders.
Up next in sports, men's basketball is still undefeated. Men's basketball continues their victorious record of 5-0 as they entered conference play last Tuesday when they played Macalester College. The final score of the game was 81-70 as they handed Macalester their first loss in the conference. A key player of this game was Matthew Johnson, who led the Cobbers with 19 points and 6 assists. The next conference match is this Saturday at Bethel University.
Awards in soccer. Women's soccer had 3 players named to the College Sports Communicators CSC Academic All-District Team. This award recognizes the nation's top student athletes for their combined performances on the field and in the classroom. Sophomore Darby Henan from Bozeman, Montana, junior Emily Larson from West Fargo, North Dakota, and senior Sophia Robinson, also from Bozeman, Montana, all earned the award for the first time in their careers. The nominees for this award must be a sophomore or better with a 3.5 cumulative GPA or higher. Athletically, student athletes must either appear in 90% of their team's games or start 66% of them. Congratulations to these award winners.
Wrestling is moving up in the National Division III rankings. They moved up 3 spots from their last placement and are now ranked number 15 by the National Wrestling Coaches Association. Concordia also has 2 individuals who continue to be ranked in the top of their weight class. Junior Ty Bisick is locked in the number 3 spot at 133, and senior Gabe Zierden has used the success in his first 2 weeks to rise in the rankings. Wrestling's next meet is the MSUM Open on Saturday, December 3rd.
Lastly, men's hockey is having a fantastic season as well. Their record is 5-1-1 overall. Their only loss of the season was against St. John's University after winning against them the night before. However, as of most recently, they won against Hamlin Pipers with the final score being 3-1. The scores for this game was Isaac Henkenmeyer-Howe, Ben Lutke, and Hunter Olsen. Hockey will play Hamlin again this Friday at 7 p.m. for a conference game. Next up is Wild Terra Cider.
Wild Terra, a groovy experimental cidery aiming to enhance the Fargo-Moorhead area.
What is your name and title? Breezy Hennings, president and co-founder of Wild Terra Cider. We started Wild Terra because we wanted to present cider in a different light. And also, we wanted to have a tap room with a different experience. When you walk in, you're gonna just be amazed by how beautiful the space is. We tried to really do something that was unique. It is an historical building, so it tends to be kind of dark because of all the wood in there, but we try to brighten up with lots of color. I think fun really comes through, and like our eclectic style.
So my name is Brian Jackson. I've been working at Wild Terra for on and off for 3.5 years. I used to be their sales rep here. Then I started working at Co-Schedule. And then from there I came back for like weekend and part-time help. So I'm now a part-time bartender, long story short. So right now we're seated on the patio. Seats about 120 people. Inside there's a tap room, obviously, you know, bar, the whole regular brewery scene. A nice comfortable space, very casual place. Meet friends, do business, kind of anything really. Upstairs is where we shine with events, especially during the winter. Upstairs is a good place to be seated. Good time for family, friends, parties. We like to party.
I mean, I think Wild Terra really sets itself apart in that we really believe in creativity. We try to show that in our branding, in our events, and in our staff, and how we present ourselves.
It is very tight-knit. It's sort of like working with your friends, and some of it's like working with your family. It's a really fun environment. It's very casual. We try to keep it more professional while still maintaining that casual place. Like, I think the goal of every bartender, every worker here is like, you want to be somebody that you would respect to like work with as a companion in business, but also somebody that you'd want to sit down and have a drink with. That's sort of the goal. So I love that sort of atmosphere. So that's what's kept me around and coming back. So customer or otherwise.
Wild Terra also hosts a ton of fun events throughout the year.
Yeah, we have a lot of events. I try to, when I do the events, make them completely unique and something that hasn't been done before. At the beginning of the year, we do our vintage markets, which is mainly just vintage clothes. So we'll have about 45 vendors, and they'll have like vintage clothing and decor and just vinyl records and just like fun stuff.
Fall is a big time for apples, so Harvest Fest is our big one. Once a year we do this thing called Apple Harvest Fest, where we close down the street again, and we have cider pressing. We show the public how we make our cider, as well as how we press apples. We also take in community apples that we can use to make 2 or 3 of our yearly ciders. We have music, games. This year we had a pie eating contest. That was pretty fun. Watched one kid almost throw up. Not quite. They won, so it was worth it.
We also do pool party, which is we set a bunch of pools out and people get to get served drinks at the pool, which is really fun and very dangerous. But it's a good time. We do brunch festival, which is our second year doing this. This coming year will be our second year. So it's essentially just like an ode to brunch. So there's mimosas and Bloody Marys and food, and it is a good time. I would say Wild Terra is a space for creatives and for creatives to have fun.
Go grab yourself a cold cider or a delicious fruit wine at Wild Terra today.
Hello.
I'm back.
I'm here, and we're going to talk about finals.
Yeah.
And fun story, so busy with finals that I was running late, which is why I wasn't here for the start of the show.
Yes. Sam was late.
That's a lie, but that's what I'm coming up with here.
About like 15 minutes late.
Yeah, I was so busy with finals that I was late to the show this evening.
We might have to let the executive producer know that
So then I'm
we need
like,
to cut him from the show.
what can I possibly do to not be so stressed and busy with finals?
That's true. What can we do?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, you took a survey
I did take a
of
survey.
all of Concordia. Every Concordia student responded,
Every Concordia student.
as in the
100%.
4 other students here
Right.
responded, and
We
you
got some
two-
answers.
Yeah, we did get some
Yeah.
answers.
And
How
number
to
1
not
on
be
the
stressed.
board is
Number 1 answer.
sleep.
Show
And
me sleep.
Ignore your problems. Ignore them. Like all your final tests, all your final exams, they don't matter. Ignore them.
Well-
Get your beauty sleep.
Well, also, you're not going to do well on your tests or projects if you're very
Yeah,
tired.
If you're tired.
So you got to get some sleep.
Number 2 on the list, watch a good movie.
Show me movies.
Distract yourself. Watch
Yeah.
a good show.
Hey, you can
Good
even
movie.
watch a bad show or movie. I'm not going to judge.
Yeah.
If you want to watch a bad show or movie to de-stress yourself,
Take a break.
that's your own prerogative, but I might judge you a little bit.
Number 3,
If you're de-stressed, that's what matters. Number 3, what's number 3?
energy drinks.
That's
We
basically
love a
sleep.
good energy
That's
drink.
like the same as sleep, if you think
If you're
about it.
up all night doing homework, Get an energy drink.
And they're tasty.
If you slept in until 11 a.m., energy drink. It doesn't matter. Energy drink.
I feel like that's might be a problematic if you're pushing energy drinks on people.
Energy drink.
Okay, anyway. Were there any other responses?
Number 4.
Number 4.
You need to eat. Please take
Eat
care
good
of yourself.
food.
Eat your food.
Eat your vegetables and you'll grow big and strong and smart for your finals.
Yes. Power your brain.
Brain food.
And if you're looking for a place to get some snacks and you're in the communications building, Olin, here where our studio is at, you can stop by the communication station upstairs, 3rd floor, and get some snacks.
They
And
do.
maybe
Are they
some
free
drinks.
snacks?
They are.
I just learned
They
about
are.
this right now, and I will be doing that.
Yeah. just
Because
stop
I
by.
like free things, and you like free things. We all like free things.
We do.
So go get some free things to power your finals energy.
What do you do to de-stress yourself?
Well, I like to maybe take a long shower, and then get a snack, good snack, and then go to sleep.
Brain food.
That's what I like to do. And wake up in the morning feeling probably not rejuvenated, but maybe possibly rejuvenated, and then I'll be ready for the day to conquer the day.
Slay the day.
Slay the day.
Yes.
What do you do?
I just keep powering through it. I can't rest until it's all done. But do not follow my strategy. Do not follow that. It is not good for you. I make sure I eat my food.
Eat your vegetables.
Power my brain.
Finals, it's always busy for everyone because,
It
you
is.
know, do you have, how many tests do you have? Do you have tests, projects, papers? What do you
Yes.
have?
Too many.
Too
Way
many.
too many.
Can't even
What
count.
about you?
I've got some tests, got some papers. I'm mostly worried about the papers because my tests
Yeah.
are both take-home tests, so I don't have
love
to go into
take-home
class.
We
So-
love those.
Shout out to Test Runner for that one, 2 take-home tests.
Yes.
So
We love take.
that's a little better. So
Do you have a lot of cumulative finals?
I don't think so. I don't believe so.
Those can get you. Those can
Yeah.
really get you. Like taking a test on things that you learned back in September, those are really hard.
Review.
Review, Quizlet. Quizlet is a good place to review, make some flashcards. Those are helpful study tips. Don't study all at one time.
Break it up
Yeah.
little chunks. Yeah.
Start studying now, so then by the time finals roll around, you'll be ready. Time
That's smart.
management. Time management is
It's
very good.
Yes. Time management. You got to do your stuff, but also take time for yourself
That's
because you
true.
matter.
You do matter. All us here at Concordia on Air, we support you and we're rooting for you, cheering you on.
Do you have any less comments about finals? Because we will have one more show before finals, I think. I think that's right. So,
Yes.
so you got a little bit of time. You got a little bit of time. We're not in panic mode yet.
Not yet. Getting
But
there.
if you prepare and follow our helpful tips, you won't have to be in panic mode, hopefully, maybe.
Hopefully.
So we're the experts because we're standing here on a TV screen, which means we know what we're talking about.
We do. Should we see what they have on A&E tonight?
Arts and entertainment. We're talking about music. That's a way to de-stress. Listen to music.
Listen to your music.
So let's send it over and they'll talk about music they listen.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Sorry, I'm just over here listening to my new Spotify Wrapped playlist that just came out today. It's the most magical, wonderful, amazing day of the year. It's Spotify Wrapped Day. And I'm here with Noah, who is not a Spotify user, but he's equally as excited as I am. And this is also a very exciting episode of Concordia on Air, because not only are we talking about Spotify, something that keeps so many of us going through finals, we actually have a on-air debut that is about to happen tonight. You guys all know Noah. You know Noah from Noah of Noah and Ephraim fame. Unfortunately, we haven't heard from Ephraim for, I think, 4 years at this point.
It's been a while.
So, I don't know, cutting our losses. But that is A-okay because I am here. And although I don't wear glasses, I do like to talk about music, which is what we're gonna do once we are joined by our brand new on-air anchor. Everybody, please give it up for Miss Sharon Lindsay, everybody. Yeah!
Sublime.
Yeah! Amazing, and you are a Spotify user, correct?
I am a Spotify user.
Excellent, excellent. So for those of you who are not Spotify users, Spotify Wrapped is a little bit of a musical recap that comes out at the end of the year. You're able to see your top artists that you've listened to throughout the year, your top songs you've listened to throughout the year, and then inevitably everybody shares it on social media, so you get to see all of your friends' or perhaps enemies' top songs and
Lovers.
top artists as well. Perhaps, who's to say, on Concordia on Air. But anyways, we want to kind of chat about what we had as our results, and also Noah, if you were to be a Spotify user, let's start with that. If you were to be a Spotify user, Noah, who do you think your top artist would end up as this year? Now, it's not who you like the best. It's who do you truly think you listen to the most?
This year, it would probably be either The Strokes or The Cure.
Ooh, respect.
Listen to a lot of both
You've
of
just
them.
got such good taste.
I have the
And I always
best,
forget about
honestly.
it,
I
except
have the
for the one
best.
time that you didn't talk about Jeff Buckley long
Yeah,
enough
that
on
was-
that one podcast episode that I still come at you for, but it's okay.
My bad.
Anyways, who do you think your 2 and 3 would be? Do you have any ideas? Or
Green
no,
Day.
you said somewhere up there, those two would
Yeah.
be in there, but if you had some
They'd
other
be up
artists,
there.
who do you
Green
think?
Day and Weezer, always top 5 for me.
Classic,
Always been.
classic, timeless. Yeah, very good stuff. Do you know, is there a particular song that comes to mind for your what would be your top listen to, perhaps? Is
No.
there really one track, or is it just a
changes.
mixture?
It's just always on rotation.
They're all your favorite.
All
Yes.
your favorite.
What about you guys?
Oh, well, my top song this year was not a surprise, as it was my second top song last year, so it was only a matter of time that American Teenager by Ethel Cain took over, because, you know, that song is a banger. And somehow I had 2 different versions. I had like the single version and then the album version in my top 100, so American Teenager took up 2 songs, but
Wow.
I don't even care because that song is just so good. What was your top song?
Well, I've had quite the adventure with Spotify because I didn't have music tastes until I was like in senior year of high school, and I still don't really have music taste. I've listened to like 8 albums ever.
They're probably pretty good though, right?
Yeah.
Which albums?
Yeah.
I am a big fan of Tally Hall.
Yes, we were just
I love
just talking
Tally
about
Hall.
this.
Yeah.
Is it all
1%.
it's just 8 Tally Hall albums?
Well,
Is
the
your
thing
top-
about Tally Hall is that they made 2 albums and then they made a 3rd album under a different name.
So it's what are the Tally Hall albums? Because I don't know. So I know Miracle Musical, who they turned into.
Miracle Musical has 4 members of Tally Hall in it. And then there's Good and Evil, which is their 2nd album. And then there's Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum, which is their 1st
That's
album.
excellent.
Which that one has
I
Ruler
love
of Everything in it.
alliteration. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
Tally Hall was your top artist. Do you remember who else, or are they irrelevant?
I don't know. All I remember is number 5 is They Might Be Giants, and also Against Me was on there as well. I like both of those. I found very recently, and I've become a big fan of them. I don't actually listen to Spotify that much.
okay, neither
I
does
went on a
Noah,
road
so-
trip in March, and that's how I got most of my top artists.
Nice.
Is because I was listening to that through a 12-hour card ride there and
That'll
back.
do it. That will absolutely do it. Or as we were talking with Brendan before, his top song was a song that he just fell asleep to on a loop one night, and you know it was. I mean, it's over once you fall asleep to that song on the loop. It's over. It's going to be your top song. But anyways, yeah. So I had American Teenager as my top song, but I didn't actually have Ethel Cain in my top artist, which was a shock. But my top artist was Muna once again. They were my top artist last year. They're my top artist this year. I love Muna. Who else did I have? Oh, I had Beyonce up there, which was kind of a shock. Not that I don't like Beyonce, but I didn't realize I listened to her that much. But you know, I have seen some very controversial top artists on social media. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the stories, but I like to judge everybody individually based off of their top songs and their top artists. And
I love judging people.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
I love Spotify.
I have a
Wrapped.
personal favorite. My partner, her top 5 songs, I'll list the albums that they are in. Number 1, Pink Floyd, The Wall. Number 2, Pink Floyd, The Wall. Pink Floyd, The Wall. Pink Floyd, The Wall. Pink Floyd, The Wall.
Just The Wall, no Dark Side of the Moon, just The Wall.
Nope, just The Wall.
Honestly, I respect it. I respect it. Someone who knows what's up. I mean, it's a good album. I mean, if you're gonna have all your top 5 songs from the same album, I mean, Pink Floyd's The Wall is.
They love listening to the album. It's easy to see why. Yeah.
Love that. Yeah, that's one thing I realized is I'm an album person where I feel like a lot of people are like playlist or singles persons. So I feel like usually my top artists and my top songs play into each other, but I've seen a lot of people who will have a top song by an artist who is not on their top 5 or a top artist that is not at all on their, then I don't get how it works. I've never been good at math. I mean, and that's why I like music is because you can avoid doing the math, but then once you've got to bring in the statistics and.
But what happens when you listen to math rock?
I don't know. I can't do math.
I listened
Actually,
to it once.
as an ex-music major, I think that would make my brain explode. I don't think I can do that anymore.
I tried listening to math rock. It's all right. Not really.
I think it's fun.
I don't even know what that.
I'm a fan of odd time signatures, and I didn't get enough of
When
it.
time signatures are whacking around, you know, I don't know. Would Money by Pink Floyd be an example of the math rock song?
I think that's just a song with an odd time signature.
And 7/8's not that odd though.
I think it's kind of silly. I think it's kind of fun.
It's pretty goofy. Yeah. What song that you listened to this year has your favorite time signature or use of time signature? Because I have an answer off the top of my bat. $20 by Boy Genius is a brilliant song that switches around time signatures. I guess, I don't know, is that math rock? No, it's not math rock. It's Boy Genius.
It's a time signature. I like Gyroscope by, I believe, The Dismemberment Plan.
Whoa.
They do a little bit of mixing Common Time with 15/16. Which is very fun. So it feels like the whole song is like very unstable because it's continuously tripping forward.
Music is crazy. Music is crazy.
As a music minor, I can agree.
It's crazy. Yeah. Do you have a favorite non-traditional key signature? I don't know. I mean, we're talking over here. We are, you know, musicians. You're a music guy.
I wouldn't
too,
recognize it if I tried, to be honest.
If it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you tell the difference between that and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? But that's okay because I respect that. Because I respect that. Because once you start thinking about the time signatures, and once you start thinking about the circle of fifths, and once you start thinking about the Picardy thirds, that is when music changes.
It changes you.
It changes.
It changes you.
And I like, you know, that's why I like 100 gecs so much, is because it's just sound. I love 100 gecs. 100 gecs, MIA, Death Grips. I love anybody who's just sound.
Just sound.
Just sound. I actually have a playlist that's just sound.
Yo, I have the perfect thing for you. This is one of my favorite just sound artists. It's called a tower fan.
A tower fan?
Yeah, it's literally just a tower fan.
The kinds that rotate like this?
Yeah.
And you can like change the settings so it's going like this or if it's going like this. He made music?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Just listen to the tower fan. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't tell if it would be, if you're setting me up for just listening to fan noises.
Yeah,
because I mean, if it was just fan noises, but also I'm like, I mean, this could be some ambient artist that I've never heard of.
No.
It's just fan noises.
It's just fan noises. I'm making fun of you.
That's a really good bit. Hey, that's okay because you know I do listen to fan noises as well. One of my most listened to podcasts is 12-hour white noise, but it didn't actually get tracked.
I just turn on a fan in my room and go to sleep.
I get
physical media.
Yeah,
physical media.
Physical media. Fans, bring back physical media as like actual box fans.
Actual fans.
Stop listening. Stop listening to the apps. Stop listening to the Spotify. Stop listening to the TikToks.
Listen to CDs. Bring back CDs, not even vinyl. I want CDs back.
I want floppy disks. Because I've never seen one before, and everybody talks about these floppy disks.
They're not worth it.
Yeah, you know. Well,
who are we to say?
We've got. Well, you know, yeah, we've got our fair share of vinyl and CD and physical media in this multimedia department. I mean, we've got plenty of. If you guys haven't. Ever heard of the KRID radio station? That is the station that exists directly above us, and many of us also do work with. And if you like physical media, we got a whole room of CDs that you can come just look at. So, anyways, stop by. Any closing thoughts about, or hold on, let me think. How about we wrap this up
Yeah.
I tried. Any closing remarks, Noah?
No.
As a non-Spotify user, do you think next year you will transition to Spotify, or has this not convinced you?
I will not unless my parents pay for it.
Respect. I respect it. What about you? Are you still happy? Are you happy that you're a Spotify user, or are you jealous that you're not an Amazon Music user or a Apple Music user? I get jealous sometimes because they have Joni Mitchell. So.
The only thing I'm thinking about is how much I hate Weezer.
Respect. We'll see you guys next week.
That's a
thank you so
wrap.
much for stopping by. Go check your Spotify Wrapped if you have it and send it to us at Concordia on Air or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, see you next week. Bye.
Cord you later.